554 ounces in 17.
So we're looking at a whole mixed bag of nuggets. Okay, and believe me, these are the real thing. These have still got rock and dirt in them. This one's called the Normandy Nugget, and it's 819 ounces, 25.5 kilograms. An assortment of nuggets, different sizes.
There's 28 bits of dirt. Proved to be very lucrative.
Just wander around because other people looking at other things. They've got different types of gold. You've got yellow gold, real yellow gold, etc. So they've done the lighting in here to make it more dramatic. Gold dust. I'll go around the other side. They've got some rude fucking people here, mate. They just fucking talk. As you can tell, people telling them to shut the fuck up. Right, the golden stonefish. Obviously because it looks like a stonefish. Here's the assortment. This is called the Golden Beauty. And it's 11.46 kilograms. And it still bears the red dirt and gravel and etc. all in there. So these are still genuine gold nuggets. Excuse me. Fruit. And of course the new Normandy nugget. Excuse me, sir. Right, we'll go back to what you really want to look at. This thing. Like she said, they parked it out in the middle of Wall Street and left it unattended. That is 12 centimetres thick. It has a diameter of 88 centimetres. It's 12 centimetres shy of 1 metre. Okay, it has a face value of $1 million. It was punched out in 2012. Okay, for the Queen's visit, and as you can see here, it goes down into its very own little hidey hole. Now here we've got a story on currency. Gold is a myth, gold is power, and gold is stardust. So I better go and catch up with the rest of the people. I can see that she was getting very pissed off. Now this here is the medallion room where I was in earlier, and that's the machine they made my coin on. So we'll just wander around through. There we go. There's leftover planchets. We'll see them later as everything gets brighter. Right, now to show you some more of what you really want to see. I'll brighten it up a bit. Maybe it's too bright. Okay. What we've got here is what's called the King Henry. Its weight is 93 kilograms. It was found in 2018 and it was found in Cambalda. Alright, there's the dimensions. There it is there. Imagine tripping over that, right? And of course we've got here, which is for us silver stackers, that's a big chunk of silver. It's called the Karatha Queen. Now we don't mention nothing much about that, but this is what silver looks like in its raw form, people. Basically, looks like a meteorite. And of course, you've seen all the to crunch your numbers on that, guys. 145 kilograms. I think stacking would be over. Stacking would be over for me with just that. Right, moving around, we've got all this coinage. Like this is hell big. We're going to, I've got to stand back. Sorry about reflection, people. So we've got all the weights and scales and etc. Here we have what is to be the old vaults. and I'm telling you, that's about 2.5 foot thick wall. All right, okay, they've got gold on display, earrings, etc., etc. All right, we wander on through a vault. Look at this thickness of this wall. That's my hand. 1, 2, 3. That's how thick the steel is. Right. And of course, oh, here we go. This is what you just want to see. And yes, guys, that's real gold.
Alright guys, those of you on the
Here we go.
2:30 tour, we are ready for you in the Melbourne House. Come on in, find yourself some prime seating.
And here he is, the man of the day, the guy that did my coin. Mister, you're going to be a YouTube sensation. Good job,
Picked the
boy.
right tour to come on, did
And I picked the right day, mate, because I've seen you on YouTube doing this, mate.
you? Even though I was on YouTube, but
Didn't I? Well, you're going to be
hopefully
today.
I'll mix it up a little for you.
Yeah, no worries,
Find
mate.
yourself somewhere comfortable.
Okay, we're in the furnace room, people. I'm going to have to get a spot right up the back. Oh, yes, nice and warm. Oh, yes, lovely. They're going to pour a bar, and guys, this will not take long. This takes about 2 minutes. Okay, now in the meantime, how's that for a view? Just they've got weird lighting in here, guys, so it does look different. Believe me, that pink is not pink, mate, that is glowing red. Alright, now whilst we're mucking around, we've got the coin. It looks like they're all on smoko break, and this is where all your skippy coins get done, and all your kookaburras and so forth. Alright, the coin room. There you go. The windows are a bit shitty. What have they got there? That's skippy coins down there. 1 ounce silver skippies. So, here we go. Now Paul was the guy who made my coin. So, get ready, guys. And yes, this is in 2 parts. So, I'll just leave it running and we're going to let yous watch. And yes, everyone, this is a traditional room that they used to do gold pouring in. They still do bars. Paul told me earlier off camera that they still punch out bars and stuff in here. The bar that he makes, they recycle it for the next tour. Okay.
The Melbourne House, this was part of the original refinery. In this room, they were pouring out bars of gold, and then very conveniently, if you haven't seen already, they stuck a bolt directly across here to keep this nice and safe in there. Now, today we do those gold pours for entertainment. My name is Paul, and that's enough about me, but I'm taking over for admin this up. But regardless of how entertaining I try to make this for you today, playing with liquid gold
Hey guys, I can really feel the heat of that furnace, and I'm sitting right up the back by myself.
Process of pouring out a bar of gold, and then we'll do it for real. Now, it shouldn't take too long, but if at any point you feel like I am dragging on too much, you're more than welcome to just yell, "Get on with it." I'll be doing my best on a schedule. So let's get things moving. First, that history for you. As I said, this was part of the original milk house, which means they opened here in 1899. Back in the day, it wasn't just one furnace pouring out the bars of gold, though. 15 of
get on with it.
If you insist. Wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side. For now, though, lights out. Away we go. There we have it, another happy gold pour. Keep an eye on the gold. It is still mostly liquid right now, but it won't be for much longer. You will see a darker red starting to creep in from the outside, and that is the gold solidifying. The bright glow disappearing to the center, and as soon as it's completely gone, that will be a solid bar. There it is. Beat me to it, but we can flip it out now. There we have it, fresh, red, hot gold. Now, if anyone's wondered how hot it really is red hot, well, there's a reason we don't pick it up with the glass. Straight away, we're going to give it a dip in the sink first. We'll let it cool off for just a moment. Gold being conducted though, very handy for us now, even once my lights come back on. Yeah, there's that shiny gold you come to see. But it is still a very hot bar of gold. I'm going to give it another dip. And another dip. Maybe another one. It's just going to keep steaming that water, so we're going to leave it there for a minute or two. We'll let it cool off properly. And in the meantime, we'll just be glad everything went according to plan, which it usually does. I, of course, feel very safe with all my modern safety gear, but it's not me that you really have to worry about. It's the more bar of gold that I'm working with here, because usually after a given tour, it hops back into the crucible, back into the furnace, and it melts down for the next one, and the next one, and the next one, until we get to a tour like this, the last tour of the day. It finally gets a break. It's going to go to bed for the night, but first thing tomorrow, it's going to go back in that crucible, back in that furnace. 6 tours a day, 7 days a week, and this bar's been doing this for 3 years. Hardest working employee at the inn right there. Though it does have a long way to go to beat the record set by the bar that came before it, because that one did 27 years of tours, all on its own. Only had to be replaced because one day it was let down by its co-worker. We had a tour much like this one underway, but that gold pourer started lifting up their crucible of gold from the furnace, and well, the gold pour started a little bit sooner than they were expecting. Also out the wrong end of the crucible now. They were a quick thinker, they put their crucible right back down in the furnace. The tour group did not see a gold pour that day, and I can't tell you whether or not they got their money back. But we then had to wait another 3 days before we could actually get into the furnace. That's how long that takes to cool down. After those 3 days, we realized we now had an empty crucible, not what we're used to seeing. And even more unusual, we now had a 6-kilo golden pancake underneath that. We don't know what to do with pancakes, so we sent that off to the refinery. They recovered that gold there, and we just got a new bar in return. It has done well ever since, but we now keep a close eye on the crucibles. We don't hesitate to give them the sack if they're not doing exactly what we want them to do. But if they last 2 whole weeks, we'll get a new one anyway, just to be safe. That said, we never throw an old one in the bin. Over those 2 weeks, a good crucible soaks up about $900 worth of our gold, and we would like our gold back. So they all get sent off to the refinery where they're crushed down. The gold's extracted, and we make sure our bar here stays topped up and healthy, right around that 6-kilo mark for right about now, when it's cool enough for me to touch. But do you trust me, or should I give it a few more minutes, make up a few more stories, or do you think I should just get on with it? It is still a bit dangerous though. Gold is slippery when wet, so bear with me. Because I have no idea how to make throwing off a bar of gold without entertaining. Once it's nice and dry though, eventually. Here we have it. 6 kilos of freshly poured gold, still a bit wet, there we go. Freshly poured gold, here for your viewing pleasure, and I am specific there. Viewing pleasure only. Security barely trusting me with the thing. Also than usual, there is a bunch of them out there keeping an eye on me today. They are definitely not open to us playing pass and parcel and trusting you guys to hand it back to me, so it is going to stay more or less in my hands, but I try to have some fun with it on your behalf, because a few people can say that they use solid gold as remedial physiotherapy exercise equipment. I like to think I've got the world's most expensive dumbbell here. If you want one similar to this, it'll only set you back around $600,000. That is how much this gold I'm waving around is worth. That said, this bar that I'm holding, not worth anywhere near that right now. Far too suspicious for any respectable or irrespectable gold dealer to pay you that amount. If it wasn't going back in the furnace first thing tomorrow, we'd be putting some stamps on it before it went for sale. So if we did want to sell this, we would put on our mint mark to show where it had come from. We would put on our perthmint swan there. But that's not enough either. It would also need the assay rating or the purity of the gold. This would get 4 nines because it's 99.99% pure. We'd also put a serial number on a bar of this size, and we'd stamp on the weight, 6 kilograms or 200 troy ounces. Now that's what I get to wave around. Obviously a shame you guys don't get your hands on this one, but if Emily didn't point it out already, we do have a bar twice the size of this one waiting for you in that original vault. They have closed it for a moment, but in 10 or 15 minutes after the tour, you should be able to get in there, get your hands on over $1 million worth of gold, and if you can pick up those 12.5 kilos, they will let you take it about this far. And then you'll run into some steel bars. But there'll be some time to kill before that opens again. So in the meantime, a few other things to check out behind you. Some of the modern mint operates in that next room. There's plenty of windows to stick your beak through, see what they're up to today. Out there as well, we've got the world's best set of scales. People line up for them and they don't even tell you what you weigh. They just tell you what you're worth at the current gold price. Always a good pick-me-up there. If I've had too much takeaway over a week, I just step on those scales, see a nice big number I can feel good about. But further down, we've also got a 1960s coin press. Now, everybody should have received a token from reception. You pop it into that press, you see it mint, a fresh souvenir, and you get to take that souvenir home with you. That machine also conveniently has our customer feedback forms on it. So if this has been a good experience, please do let us know. And if you've experienced a better tour elsewhere, I'd like to know what they had that we didn't, and I'll try my best to copy them next time. But that's about all I've got time for now. Actually, I've got maybe a minute before this gold bar does have to go to bed, so I'll stand here awkwardly if you want to come down and get a selfie on your way out. Otherwise, that about concludes the tour. You're welcome to head out and explore. You guys have been wonderful. I have been Paul. You have Emily on the front half, and that has been the perthmint tour. Thanks for coming today. I'll be right here.
Well, there you have it, guys. I'll have to move out of the way, get these other people out of here. In the meantime, I'll just flick and gander around. There's an old coin press down here. I'll wait till the end, and we'll just have find a better window to have a sticky beak at the coin room. Not much going on there at the moment, but This is where all your kookaburras, koalas, skippy coins, you name it, they come out in this room here. And as the girl mentioned earlier, they do have another processing joint in near the Perth airport. Now, just popping up here, there's all your tubes, right, and down there, those skippy coins, 1 ounce. So not much going on in there today, and there's all your monster boxes and so forth. Oh. And let's go down and have a look at it. The world's biggest stacking challenge. Oh, I can still feel the heat. Good job, Paul.
Oh, my pleasure.
Let's have a look. There you go, guys. I can't reach over any further.
I have to move further back than what we
You'll get in trouble, I'll get in trouble. Thanks a lot, mate.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. Thanks for
And
coming.
Akadaka Stacker, you're on it. All right, thanks a lot. Brilliant job, mate. You guys are going to love it. Well, there you go, guys. That was a 6 kilo gold bar. And of course, here's the gentleman that I'm over getting your feet. Don't worry, guys. And but they haven't opened up the vault yet. So there you go. You know, they're a bit concerned about that big ass gold bar. So here we go. This is where you find them Perth mint. Sovereigns. And oh, here we go. Here's all the sovereigns. Alright, I know it's a bit very shiny. I have to get a different angle for you guys to. They are gold, okay? So the light doesn't do it much justice, neither does the phone. So here we go. And 1883.
No, I want to go to scale and let's see how much you are worth.
Yeah, where's Queen Victoria? There she is. There it is. 1883. There you go.
Some people try to call me
Very nice. And believe it or not, they used to present them like that way back in 1880, 1899. So even a sovereign pouch. It's a counterfeit. Trial plates. And yes, absolutely stunning. And here's the coin room. Not much going on there, but that's where all your pretties come from, guys, from the Perth Mint. Look at this young fella, he's worth a shitload. Look at that. He's worth 1 million, 1.4 million. Quick, mum, sell him.
Anyone want to buy this child?
No, can you let me start now? Yeah, thank you, sweetie. Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. Wait till I get it. And sorry, this is going to be a long video. I'm not going to stop it to pause it. Maybe I should, but
Too late. She's not showing up.
this is just, mate, best 22 bucks I've ever spent. Honestly, a few Americans, it's probably about $9 for this tour. So, money well spent. So I'll just wait till the crowds thin out a little bit. Sorry about it, looks blurry and that, but it's the camera and the lighting. So there's still more, but from here on in it is actually free reign. So I'm waiting. just go around some of the pictures from the past. So as you can see, back in those days, that's what he's saying about all the furnaces along in a row. And boy, what a hot job. He's sweating it. Look at that, and that's how they used to do it. Just tip it out, pour it out. And that room is how that looked in 1901. Okay, and 1901, that was all the melt room that we just did. Whoa! They're throwing silver around.
Let's go.
Okay. It says I've got to wait till the figure's gone. Step right up. Here we go. Let's see what we're worth, people. We are worth today's gold price. Oh, come on. I've got to be heavier than that. I should have stacked them. There you go. I'm $6.6 million. Quick, somebody sell me. Push the red button. I'll take this down to Swan Bullion and I'll see if I can cash myself in. There you go. That's how much I'm worth. 6.6 million. Hey? Alright, time to go and see Rob. Well, this fella's a bit heavier than me. He's going to break me. What's he going to be?
If anyone was waiting to head into the vault, it has reopened. Feel free to get your hands on that gold bar.
1. Ta-da! 8.8. That's it. Grab this guy.
Makes you think about trading in another league, mate.
Alright, so mint my own medallion. Oh, yes. Okay, I already had a coin made. So what they do is they give you this little planchet, right? And I'd say it's alley bronze. And what I do is, what do I do? Insert copper token to your hand at the reception in the top slot. Watch your very own coin band smashed. There it goes. Whack. Done. Right. And there she is, people. Look at that. My very own. Oh, straight. I can't pick it up. So shiny. Oh, I've got no fingernails. I might have to grab somebody to grab it for me. There we go. We got it. So what have we got on there? Very blurry because of the lighting in there. Struck at the perthmint, and it is two-sided with perthmint on the other side. Excellent. And it feels, it's got some weight to it, guys. It actually feels like gold. It's got about the same weight. So this is that machine. I did say that this vault is open. There goes security. We can only show their feet. And here we go. Oh, now this is where I was in before, and geez, this is heavy, man. Oh, you Americans are going to love this. Look at that. Hey? What have we got there? I'm not sure what that one is on the left, but I definitely know that that one's a Webley. And that there is a Winchester of some sort, very short. I'd say it's probably 44-40. Okay. So, and of course modern day equipment. And there's those gold bars there, and yes, they are real gold bars, and they are $9.55. $9.55. They bear the new perthmint logo, so they're probably done in an iron. So Sorry about looking at the ground, people. I know this has been a very long video. Lust. The lust for gold. And I'll tell you what. These are some solid bars. What's that? That's about 15 millimetre. 15 millimetre. Yeah, it's nice and solid, mate. You won't get in there in a hurry. Even the locks. Made by Chubb. I'm just waiting for the people that want to go and grab this gold bar.
It's heavier than it looks, isn't
I'm gonna see if I can make a grab and a dash. I'll wait for this lady. And everybody, it's been a very sociable day, you know. A lot of nice people around. And if you're wondering, it's obviously Indian. I think they're called. There we go. Akka's turn. Yeah, it's going to tell me not even to think about it. But I'll tell you what, I got it off the ground. There you go, I can have it. Damn, I'm going to have another go. Ready? There we go. Oh, struth.
It's heavier than it looks, isn't it?
Don't know. How many ounces did it say?
I've got my eye.
Oh, I know. What's that? 405.2 ounces.
It's good, doesn't it?
Yes, it did. And it nearly broke my bloody wrist. Alright, so there you go. Yeah, so you all know that Akka's worth $6.6 million or whatever it was. Coming around, I know it's been a very, very long thing, but yes, the Perth Mint minted these. Okay? So for those who have got them, yes, you guys will recognise those and that, the Australian currency. There we go, we've got the holy dollar and the dump. Okay, bullion coins. Now I would love to have that one. That's a copy of the one out the front. Okay, and that is a kilo. Look at those Skippy coins, mate, aren't they beautiful? Then we come down and we've got the koalas, kookaburras, koalas. Sorry about the lighting, everybody. Go, they did it for you to see, as in the person, not so much for cameras, etc. I've been mucking around with the lighting on this thing all day. There we go. Can I lock it? No. Try again. Oh, doesn't want to play. Gotcha. There you go. There's a kookaburra with Queen Victoria Privy on it. A 1992 kookaburra. 2001. And of course 10 ounce, 100 gram, 50 gram, 1 ounce, 20 gram, and so forth, right down to that little itty bitty one. Okay, what else do we need to look at? I've got a few other items, back to the machine. There we go, 10 kilo Year of the Rooster. This is the Lunar series. And that is a 10 kilo gold Year of the Snake. Absolutely, it's been a brilliant day. I'll tell you, definitely worth the money. And of course, we've got the proof coins, and I would love one of those ones. Look at that. Now I know, like I said, it's been a very long video. But hey, I'm in the land of gold. And there you go, there's Paul there working on some more designs. So this is the medallion ring. These ones are half ounce. So a half ounce one will cost you that. A full ounce costs you 99. You can get one with the fanciness on the back. And I'll come back and get another one of those. And there's the gold plated. Okay. Absolutely unreal. These are your alley brights, alley bronze, and just some general designs. And here's the price list. You can't really see that very well. Okay. And what's this? Personalizing templates, etc. And that's it. It looks like he's got some reporting to do. I shall leave him alone. Thanks a lot for that, guys. Good job. And we'll leave him at peace. And there you go, everybody. That's it. And we'll just give you the wander outside, put the light back up again. So it was dark. I tell you what, if you really need to come and do this, you should do it. It's only $22 for that experience. Okay? So definitely worth the journey. And we come back out through. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing but smiling faces in this place. And some lovely people. Alright, and we come back out through the jewellery, etc. Oh, I wish I had some more money, because I'd go right down there in that door down there. That's the bullion room. In other words, it's the Perth Mint's LCS. And so that's about it. The door out.